Okay, I just got back from extracting those bees from that tree, but now what do? I did go there the day before and I tried to pull out as much comb as I could. And actually I pulled almost all of it out because when we went to go get the bees, there was really no comb, they were just hanging on the wood. That's why we got those 2 wood pieces. But I do have some pieces of comb, so here's the plan. I got some empty frames and put some rubber bands around them. What I'm going to attempt to do is take our comb and place them in here and secure them in place with the rubber bands. Then we're going to take these frames with the comb and put them in our tote. The plan is the queen is going to leave the wood and go to the comb because that's where she's going to be laying her eggs and feeding. So hopefully it draws it out. We can just simply take out those wood pieces and she should be on this frame. And then we can take the frames out of the tote and then just simply put them back in our hive body. So that's the plan. Okay, so we're going to take our frames. I just have some window screens on this to kind of hold the bees in. It doesn't really matter if they fly around because we actually want them to go to the main hive. So we have some comb here and it has some good brood in it there. So we're going to put that piece in. Okay, so there you can see we have our bees on there with the rubber bands, and that's pretty secure. That's going to stay there really nice. Try and get some more on there. Okay, here's another good one. You can see here we got pretty good brood, but there's also a lot of room for expansion, and there's really not too much. I don't even see any honey capped here. This is all pretty much brood, so this is gold for getting this hive started again. So all I'm doing is just moving these rubber bands around so we can get this honeycomb secured. Doesn't have to be pretty because the bees are going to do all the hard work and fasten this to that top bar, so that'll work pretty good like that. Okay, we got 3 frames here, and we got them rubber banded in there pretty good. Ain't going nowhere. Our bees are able to stay. Now our queen hopefully is in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw these in here and hopefully push the wood to one side and have these on the other. That way the queen migrates over here, starts doing her job, laying eggs, and hopefully we can just take those pieces of wood and then toss them maybe after a day or so after she moves. Look at all them bees. You can see right here we have a little bit of comb. So hopefully our queen is in there. We might actually have to cut that out because she might stay there. Okay. So you can see here we got a cavity going into our log there. Oh my, that is a lot. Okay, so there is a little comb in there. I might actually have to split that apart, but you may be able to see here exactly how many bees just came out of there. A good bit. The bees seem to be sticking pretty much to this one piece. That's a good sign. And our other piece over here still has comb and stuff in it. Hopefully she's not in there, but we will see. For the most part, we got a majority over here. So what we can start doing now is we can take our frames and very gently go ahead and put them in here. So what we'll do is we'll put this screen on here and we'll put the lid on top, and that should give us a restricted entrance, and hopefully these guys will be like, hey, this is a great place to live. They'll get in here, and what they'll do is just start building, and hopefully they get away from this piece of wood into here, and hopefully the queen's in here. If not, they'll be all swarmed on this. This should be relatively empty. So I'm probably going to check this early morning, and we'll see how we are. Hopefully they don't swarm away from me in between there because I got to go to work, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, it's about 5 in the morning right now, and we're going to go out and check on our bees. It's a little chilly out, so they all should be swarming up. And we're going to go over here to our first stump that we had. And as you can see, they all vacated, except for a couple guys right there. So there's still some comb in here, but it looks empty. And that's great. So the queen definitely isn't in here. We'll go over to our box. Take this lid off. Okay, so you can see right here that the bees are all over this stump inside the tote. So this is kind of what we didn't want to have happen. I wanted them on our frames, but no bees. They are all over this log. So one benefit, I definitely know we got the queen and she's in here, but now we need to get these guys off. So we're gonna have to figure out something a little different. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, since this didn't work too well with getting the bees to the frames of comb we had, we are going to take our comb here. See, it still has some bees on it, but no queen. So I'm going to take these and put these in our hive. And what I hope to do is get these guys down in here. I'm going to put all these frames of comb in our lower box. Okay? And I'm going to put these in the center because bees like building in like a sphere out around, so you put them into the outside, she might not take to being down here. So I'm going to put these guys in the bottom, and then I'm going to take some normal frames that are empty and put them on the sides. That way it gives it a little bit more of a feel of the inside of the hive, and it's also going to give us some support to put our log right on top of these. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 6, 7. We got 7 frames in here, and I think what we'll do is we're starting to get a little active. We will take our thing of bees. That is just a ton of bees, if you want to see that. Ooh, they're actually falling out because they are just loaded on this thing. So what I'm going to do is take this and put it right on top. And I'm really hoping this fits. Okay, so take our top hive body, and put it right there on top. Wonderful, this fits. Okay, so I don't think we'll have any clearance issues. So I'll let you see inside here. Okay, so what we have is, hopefully these guys are going to go down into the frames below because there's comb and stuff down there, and pray that the queen is going to be shuffled down to the bottom there. So that is hopefully the plan of what we're going to do, and we'll see how it works.
Okay, here's what happened. We had the log up top and the frames on the bottom, and when I went to go check this, all of the bees were on the top, and they didn't go down to the bottom frames. Like you can see in the picture here, they were all clustered up on top of this lid. Not really what I wanted to have happen. So what I did is I went and flipped everything. I now have the frames up on top and the log on the bottom. So all of the bees are up on top, but the majority of them are. There's still some on the log. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing apart one last time, hopefully, and get this log out with all the remaining bees and get them back into this hive again. We can see that the majority of these bees are up in the frames, so that is a really good sign, and hopefully that's where the queen's at. So we got our log over here, and we only got a little cluster of bees on there. It looks like they took a lot of larvae out and they must have died. So we'll get this thing out and get these bees out also. Alright, now that we have our hive body off and we got our tree trunk out, we're going to put this back on the bottom. Bees have a good cluster here in the middle with that comb that we put on with the rubber bands, so that's a really good sign. The bees are definitely starting to wake up here, so I think we'll just put our top box back on and we'll see how everything goes. Okay, we finally got our queen into our hive body like we wanted, and it took a little bit of finessing, but each situation is going to be unique for you guys. We had to contend with 2 pieces of wood where we thought the queen was, so we had to try different things. We had the log up top, then we put it on the bottom to finally get them into the hive and into the comb where we wanted. So you guys are going to have to try different things with your situation that you have. Maybe you're not working with wood, maybe you're working with all comb, which would be a lot better. But you're just going to have to try things to get that queen into where you want. Now there's a lot of benefits on all sides for this. Number one, the bees make out. They come into a new home, is a safe place for them to be. And it's also great for the homeowner or that road crew that would have had to come along and cut that tree up. For one, the homeowner maybe not have experience, didn't even know they were there, got all stung up, and also for the road crew too. So you save the bees, you save the homeowners a lot of hassle, and best of all, you get to benefit. This is probably about a 3 to 4 pound bee package, which is going to run you about $100. So for about an hour's work to get them cut out, and maybe over the course of 2 days of flipping these guys around, that's all the time I had into it. So there's a lot of benefits there for everybody involved. And best of all, the opportunity is going to come out there for you guys. Go ahead and get your name out there. Tell your friends some funny bee stories where you got stung. Tell them about your hobby that you're doing. And when they do see this happen, when they see the tree fall and there's a colony in there, or they see a swarm, you're going to be the first one they call instead of an exterminator, because they want to help you benefit. And that's exactly what happened here. A buddy from work knew that this tree had fallen. He's seen the comb and the honeybees in there, and I'm the first one he called, which is great because you guys get to benefit. So keep your ears peeled. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you next time. If you guys missed how I extracted the bees from that tree, go ahead and head to my channel and check it out.